So this is something that even psychologists say today, that what are the ways to boost your morale? They may give you some other things from worldly perspective. From religious perspective, from religious benefit of Siyam, we see is you fast, your morale is boosted, your iman goes up, you have a better vision. Why am I here in this world for? I have to work for the deen of Allah. People getting momentum built up from that. So we covered the benefits of fasting, the rewards of fasting, the obligation of fasting, and the taqwa of fasting, and the definition of terminologies and aspects, right? What is left now is the main thing. And that is the timings and what is fasting, what are the do's and don'ts, what breaks fast. Let's quickly wrap it up, inshallah. We're almost there. How much time we have? 5 minutes? Alright. Let's wrap it up. First of all, fasting is from dawn to dusk. Dawn to dusk meaning from the time of Fajr. When Salatul Fajr time kicks in, that is called imsak. Well, it's better to stop 5 minutes before, but even if you hear the azan, so let's say Fajr is at 4:15. I just made up this mind. Let's say Fajr 4:15. Up to 4:14 you can eat and it's good. But the moment it's 4:15, imsak, stop. Fasting has started. Now we look for the time until when we should break our fast. So we look for the Maghrib time. Let's say Maghrib is at 8:18. So at 8:18 we grab something to eat. And it's the sunnah of Muhammad sallallahu to open the fast with a tamar, a date. That fruit called date. It's sunnah. He loves that. Of course, if you can't get that or it's not available, then yes, anything can break the fast. But it's a priority or privilege that he would do. Or with Zamzam. Of course, they had Zamzam. We are so deprived. We're so far away. I wish I was living in Mecca, Medina all the time. And it'll be so beautiful to open with a glass of Zamzam, because our beloved Muhammad sallallahu used to open with Zamzam. Zamzam and tamar. That's why when you go for Umrah in Ramadan, it's so beautiful over there. Because everybody's in the Masjid Haram, they have tamar and this. Subhanallah. So number one, timings are from dawn to dusk. And the timings change. Why? Because Ramadan is based on the lunar calendar. Lunar calendar. The moon, based on the moon. Not the solar calendar. So on the lunar calendar, the moon keeps shifting, keeps rotating in the orbit. So that's why Ramadan comes in winter, comes in summer, comes in fall, comes in spring. So the time of Fajr and Maghrib keeps switching, keeps changing. This is also a rahmah from Allah, which people seldom realize. Imagine if Allah said, okay, Ramadan is going to be in the summer months, every year in summer. Oh my God, it's going to be so tough, right? Imagine every year you're breaking your fast 8:35, 8:40 in the evening. Ya Allah, give us a break, it's too much. For 10 years I've been fasting, breaking up at 8:40. So from the rahmah of Allah, He has fixed Ramadan with the lunar moon sighting, so the moon keeps shifting, so then Ramadan comes in summer and winter. By the same token, if Allah said Ramadan is only in the winter, every December, every winter month just fast, that will also be very, very boring. Because we're going to break the fast at 4:30 and say, hey, it's a breeze, man. I don't feel nothing. What's the purpose of fasting? I don't feel any hardship. I don't feel anything. I'm not getting anything out of my fasting. So this is the rahmah of Allah, that it keeps rotating and shifting. So for the last 10 years, we've been in good times. But let's tighten our belt, because from this year onwards, from the Ramadan of 1430, for the next 5 years, we're going to be in very tough times. Well, I don't mean to scare you guys, but Ramadan is going to be now in summer, wherever in the world, except for the southern hemisphere. They have winter, meaning Australia and South America. But for us, above the equator, for all of us, Ramadan is going to be in summer. And in summer, the days are longer and the nights are shorter. So we have to stay hungry and thirsty for a longer period of time. That means it's a bigger test. Compared to last 10 years we've been fasting in the easy months. November, December, January, February. There was a breeze. I mean, just imagine, in December when you used to break fast about 4:30. Did you feel anything? I mean, it wasn't. I never used to feel anything out of it. So, next thing, what is it that we do in fasting from the timing? Well, from dawn to dusk, we are not allowed to eat or drink anything. And we're not allowed to have any kind of intimacy. Of course, intimacy that is only applicable to one specific type of people, the married people. Because in Islam, dating is haram. In Islam, boyfriend, girlfriend is haram. So any single male or female, they don't even have to worry about this third aspect in fasting. Single male, female in Islam only need to worry about two things: eating and drinking. Because by Sharia, they should not be hanging out with another male or female anyway. So they don't need to worry about that. You get the point I'm trying to make? But for married people, three things apply on them. Married people, they're married, they have a spouse. So married people, they have to stay away from any kind of eating, any kind of drinking, and also stay away during the fasting hours from their spouse. By stay away, I mean there's a lot of fiqh issues. We don't have time today to go into details of it, but even like hugging and kissing your wife or husband, or touching or feeling, it might secrete some kind of fluid, and it might endanger the fast. So that's why the scholars say it's better to stay away from. But we don't have time to go in details of the fiqh of it. Some other day we'll do that. But for now, we need to understand that for married Muslim male females, they need to stay away from other gender and stay away from food and drink. But that's not it. This is something that's the physical aspect. They need to also stay away during the hours of fasting from dawn to dusk from backbiting, slandering, rumor mongering, falsifying information. These things are haram on any given day also. But why stress it here in Ramadan? Because Rasulullah said whoever fasts but does all these bad deeds, they take nothing out of their fast. Meaning their ajr is diminished. Yes, their fasting will be continued. Some people think, no, you backbited that person, you broke your fast, now go eat and drink. No, it's not like that. If you backbite, if you rumor monger or slander someone behind their back or openly or something, or you do something like that, bad deeds from the tongue during fasting, you don't break your fast, but you decrease your ajr reward. So why waste the reward and ajr of something that you put so much effort to? Anger. Rasulullah said if somebody gets very angry and agitated, upset, they should just say, "Ana sa'im," and get away from it. They should diffuse the tension and the anger. Not that they should get angry and start beating up people and starting a fight and they're fasting. How can a person envision that they're fasting and they're fighting somebody and they're killing somebody, or they're stealing from somebody, or they're robbing someone and they're fasting? It's mustahil, it's impossible. That means that they are not really fasting, they're just on a hunger and thirst strike. That's all they're on. What breaks a fast? That is a very important thing also. Any kind of food or drink that goes in deliberately breaks the fast. Having any kind of intercourse with the spouse breaks the fast. And therefore they have to do the kafara of that fasting. Meaning they have to make up the fast, plus because they deliberately drank or ate, knowing that they're fasting, but they went into the bathroom, or they went into the closet, or they went into behind the curtain and started eating, drinking, knowing that they're fasting. This is called muta'ammidan, meaning amdan, deliberate breaking of the fasting by eating or drinking is forbidden, and therefore it breaks the fast, and they have to make up that day, plus they have to fast 60 consecutive days for the kafara of the dhanb, of the sin. Now, what if somebody, this was deliberately, what if somebody unknowingly, unintentionally, just forgot, today's Ramadan, just forgot that they're fasting, and they came there, oh, I was fasting. They just realized. So as soon as the water went in, they said, oh, let the water get in first, then I'll hold it. You know how the shaitan plays with the nafs? He said, oh, nice, cool. Oh, I was fasting. But let's say we give them the benefit of doubt, they didn't know. For that, scholars say the fasting didn't break, because whatever nisyan, forgetfulness, is not an accountability. Allah doesn't account us on forgetfulness. In fact, one time a person came to Rasulullah and said, I forgot I was fasting, I ate or I drank something, little bit. So Rasulullah smiled at him, he said, this is your rizq and Allah gave you. Rizq, it is rizq from Allah. Meaning Allah is the one who made you forget that you're fasting. Allah is the one who made you eat and drink that. Now you realize, so now continue your fast. Meaning the hukum of the fuqaha, the ulama, is that if somebody mistakenly drank or ate something during fasting, mistakenly, the criteria is unintentionally, mistakenly, forgetfully. But if they deliberately, knowingly, intentionally ate it, of course, that's a different thing. Now they have to do kafara and break the fast. But one who did it unintentionally, the scholars say they should continue their fasting till Maghrib time, break their fast on Maghrib, and forget about that. Meaning they should not say, oh, because I ate and drink at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, so now let me just break my fast and start eating and drinking, and I'll make up this fast after Ramadan. No, continue the fast.